So good morning, all of you. So good morning, all of you. So today just I am going to give you a brief introduction about MasterCAM software, and also just I would like to show you certain machining operations by using MasterCAM. So do you know anything about MasterCAM software till now? So already you undergone AutoCAD, Creo, and ANSYS, etc. So have you heard anything about MasterCAM software? Analysis, MasterCAM. So what is the basic advantage of AutoCAD? What is the basic advantage? You can do modeling. So it is a modeling software. You can create 2D models, 3D models easily by using AutoCAD software. Similarly, Creo, same, but more conveniently, you can create the complex 3D shapes also by using Creo easily, and complex shapes easily we can create by using CATI and Creo. What is the advantage of ANSYS? What is the purpose of ANSYS? You can perform analysis. So by applying certain boundary conditions over the components, you can do analysis. That means you can evaluate the stress strain parameters by using ANSYS. Similarly, we are having one more software called as MasterCAM software. MasterCAM software. So the basic advantage of this MasterCAM software is so you can perform some machining operations. So generally, suppose if you take lathe machine, so just by we are converting some raw materials into final components by removing some excess material from the given raw workpiece, we are producing final components. So generally, by using normal or ordinary lathe machine, how we are performing turning operation? Turning. So after fixing the workpiece, just we will give some depth of cut. If you give the feed, the material will be removed from the workpiece. So manually we are performing. So, but it is not always convenient that if I want to produce some mass number, suppose if I want to produce some 1,000 or 1 lakh components by using lathe machine. So manual machining is not possible. If it is possible also, it will consume more time. So that's why we are using certain machines called as CNC machines, computer numerically controlled machines. So that means those machines will work with certain code called as NC code, numerically controlled code, NC code. So if you give some code to the CNC machine, according to that code, it will generate the component automatically. So to write that particular code, so for every component, to produce a particular component, first you need to prepare an NC code. NC code is required to run that particular CNC machine. So manually, if you type all the codes in the machine, so like in CNC machine, if you know G codes and M codes, so based on the component configuration, manually we are typing G87, M20, etc. spindle speed by giving some number of codes. So by inputting inside the machine itself, over the control board itself, you can perform the operations. But if a component consisting of so many features, suppose let us say a component consisting of some number of slots, some number of grooves, some number of holes, some number of contours, etc., etc. So manually, it is difficult to write a NC code. So for simple components, easily we can input the NC code directly over the CNC machine. But if the component consisting of so many features, so it is difficult to write a CNC code manually over the machine itself. So that's why with the help of this MasterCAM software, so easily you can create NC code, the machine code. So directly you can export this NC code to the machine. So simply by running that NC code over the CNC machine, easily we can produce the components. That is the major advantage of MasterCAM software. So actually it is a CAM software, computer aided manufacturing software. Even then also you can model, you can here in this software, we are having 2D as well as 3D. So that means like AutoCAD, you can generate 2D models, 3D models, and also in extension to that, you can perform machining operations. So the same code can be used for various machines like lathe machines, CNC lathe machine, CNC milling machine, CNC wire EDM machine, CNC wire EDM machine. So the same code can be used in different machines. So once if you prepare the code for a particular component, so the same code can be exported to any of the required machine and you can perform the operations very easily. That is a major advantage of MasterCAM software. So here only the disadvantage is in case of Creo or in case of CATIA, you can create somewhat complex 3D models. Okay? If the geometry is somewhat complicated, we can create very easily. But in MasterCAM, we can create, but we need to struggle. In CATIA and Creo, we're having so many options. But here, options are somewhat less. We can create, but the options are less. So that's why generally the manufacturing people, instead of creating the models by using MasterCAM software, they will create the models in other softwares, other CAD softwares. They will import. So by using different it mostly will support all types of formats like .dwg, step file, IGES. So all types of formats the MasterCAM software will support. So generally, the people will create the models in other CAD packages and they will import the models into the MasterCAM software. So after importing the model, they will use this particular model just to create the NC code. NC code. That is the major advantage of MasterCAM software. Only the disadvantage is options will be there, but it is difficult or it is time consuming to create 2D as well as 3D models directly in the MasterCAM software. Okay, that is the first advantage. Second advantage, what you will get. So after setting all the parameters like stock, tool, cutting tool, suppose here we can observe the simulation also. You can observe the simulation also. So after giving the stock, after giving the tool boundary conditions, etc., you can observe the machining operations virtually. So before that, simply in CNC machine manually, if you give the NC code, so sometimes due to the operator mistake, due to operator's mistake, some collisions may happen. The tool may interact with the check car, the tool may collide with the tape and something. So because of human errors. So to avoid that human errors in MasterCAM, virtually you can observe after completion of the entire program. Virtually, once if you perform the simulation, easily it will tell. Easily it will tell, and it will avoid the interaction or it will avoid the collision of tool with the other parts of the machine. That is also one of the advantages. So before giving this NC code to the machine, here in MasterCAM software itself, just we will check whether all the attributes are correct or not, whether the machining operation is performing effectively or not, just over the graphic window. So after finalizing the entire process, then only we will export the NC code to the CNC machine, any type of CNC machine. It may be a lathe, or it may be a milling machine, or it may be a wire cut EDM machine, most commonly used machines. Okay, that is also one of the advantage. So thereby what we can save money, we can save time also. Okay, once if you prepare the program for one component, so the same program can be used for different parts. Suppose if I want to produce some 1 lakh number of components of same features, once if you prepare one program, the same program can be implemented to other components also. So in mass production, it is very helpful. That is also one of the advantage of MasterCAM software. So now in this session, just I would like to show certain features of MasterCAM software. So already you know about AutoCAD, Creo. Most of the options are same. Most of the sketching options are same as other softwares, CAD softwares. So this is the MasterCAM software window. So this is the graphical user interface. So just if you observe at the top, so we are having file, edit, view, analyze. So this entire bar is called as menu bar. Menu bar. So in file, we are having options like you can open new file, you can open the existing file with open. You can merge different files, you can edit, save as, just normal options are there. So you can export or import folders, etc. Just it is menu bar. In edit, we're having cut, copy, paste. So these are the commands or features used during drafting. So trim to join two entities, where we'll use join, modify, nubs, simplify, etc. So we're having, so in this menu bar, we are having so many options, but mostly we will use only few options, because according to the requirement only we will use the options. So many n number of options are there. In n number of options, just we'll use few of the options in the upcoming component, for the upcoming components. So like we are having view, analyze, create. So create is nothing but like point, line, arc, fillet, chamfer, curve, surface, drafting. So drafting means dimensioning. So rectangle. So all these things are just similar to other softwares. Already you know all these things. Solids. So extrude, cut, revolve, sweep, XForm, mirror, copy, move, etc. Machine type. So up to this, all these commands already you know. So the extra commands in menu bar is the type of machine. So whether you are writing program for milling machine, or whether you are writing for a program for lathe machine, or wire cut TDM machine, rotor, or design. So depending upon the type of machine, the program will vary. So initially we need to select the type of machine under machine type feature. Next, tool path. So tool path means, suppose if I want to perform turning operation. So I need to use a single point cutting tool. From the periphery of the workpiece, I need to remove the excess material from the workpiece. So in the actual CNC machine, so the tool is fixed into the tool holder somewhere. Okay. So I need to bring the tool holder nearer to the workpiece. Somewhere it will be fixed inside the tool holder. The tool should come. So the workpiece is fixed into the check. Suppose if it is a CNC lathe machine, it is fixed to the check. So the tool is somewhere here. So I need to move the tool nearer to the workpiece, and I need to contact the tool over the workpiece. And also at the same time, I need to give some feed. So the movement of the tool from initial position to machining, and after machining, again it has to go to the final initial, again same position. So the movement of the tool is nothing but tool path. So you can create a tool path depending upon the type of machining operation. Okay. So under tool paths, once if you select the machine, it will show the tool paths. Screen settings, so many settings are there. You can change color, toolbars, etc. You can customize all these bars. So in help section, just it will give you the information about all these features, information about the software. So whatever the features which are available in the menu bar, so simply suppose if you observe this create. So we can create point by using several options. line by using several options, arc by using several options. So all these features will be placed over certain toolbars. Same here, if you observe, create a point by using position, create a point dynamic, create a point node points. Either by using
ఇప్పుడు వెంకరెడ్డి సాయంకాలం ఉంటా అన్నాడు. ఒకవేళ మెటీరియల్ ఏదే మెటీరియల్ వెళ్తుందని మీరు ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటా మెటీరియల్ పంపించవచ్చు. మీరు ఫస్ట్ బోర్డులు అన్ని ఇక్కడ పెట్టండి. అన్ని
కనిపిస్తుంది చూడు ఒకసారి. Okay. So you can select the features either from menu bar or from the customized toolbars. So just if you observe here, the point. So point can be created by using several options. So either you can select the creation of point from the toolbar menu or directly by using this menu bar. You can use either ribbon toolbar or directly from menu bar. So here, this is just if you observe this window, blue color window. So it is showing top view, X, Y, top view. So here there are no axis lines are there, no axis line. So to obtain axis line, just we need to press function key 9. So X and Y axis lines will appear over the screen. Function key 9. So suppose if I want to create a circle, so directly we can use this toolbar menu or create circle with center point. So just after entering the required radius or diameter, so here just the features are common to other softwares. Suppose 15. So a circle will be created. So dimensions. So here this is smart dimensions. So in create also we are having drafting dimension, horizontal, vertical. So according to the requirement, you can select and you can drag the dimension over dimension of the given entity. So directly we can use smart dimension. So it will show the dimension in this manner in MasterCAM. So rectangle, center. So you can give X and Y. X and Y, just here you can observe X and Y. Directly you can input X and Y, and if you press enter, so it will be created. Suppose 20, 10. Rectangle will be created. So just I am showing only the required entities, whatever the entities which are used commonly in our exercises. Just I am explaining only those entities, not all entities. Suppose if I want to create an ellipse, so major diameter, minor diameter. Suppose 15, 10. Base point. Elliptical curve will be created. So like that we are having options. Suppose if I want to perform chamfer. chamfer. So just if you select the entity and the distance, so a chamfer will be created, just similar to other CAD softwares. Suppose if I want to perform fillet, just if I select these two lines and we can give the required radius 4 or 3. Accordingly, you will get fillet, chamfer, fillet. Radius is called as fillet. So this beveling is called as chamfer, removing the sharp edges. So generally, we will remove all the sharp edges of the mechanical components. In lathe machine also, we will perform the chamfering operation. Suppose if I want to write any letters, so simply just use letters command. So you can select height, spacing in between the two letters, whether it is horizontal alignment or whether it is required in horizontal position or vertical position, etc. And font also. You can select font also, type of font also. So after selecting all these things, so simply just if I click, will come. Okay. So this is engraving. So you can generate CVR College of Engineering logo also. So by using this lettering only, they wrote we can create some machine code for this lettering also. CAM, you can import a 3D model. For 3D model itself, in one turn, you can create NC code direct. You can create. Option is there, but it is somewhat difficult for beginners. So generally, just after importing the model, so just step by step, we can perform the machining operations. For beginners, it is difficult. If I want to extrude, suppose this rectangle, so select this rectangle, create body, suppose 40 mm distance. Okay. Just like Creo. So just I have drawn a rectangle. I have selected a rectangle by using extrude option. Just I have extruded in one direction. So let us say some 40 mm. So in 3D, if I want to see, so just after clicking that rectangle, just if I click this shaded ball, it will show a 3D diagram. Similarly, so directly just we can create all types of solids by clicking these icons. Create cylinder, create cone. So just suppose if I want to create a cylinder, so it will ask radius as well as height of the cylinder. Suppose 50, 100. solids 50, 100. Select a base point. ఏదో ఒక point create చేసుకో. So directly you can create required solids by giving the parameters. So revolve, sweep, trim, it is related to solids. In X form, so to reduce the time, mostly if the objects are symmetrical, we can use mirror command. If it is required to rotate, we are using rotate command. Translate, shifting from one place to other place, just like other CAD softwares only. Same options also same. Just if you click this one, so it will show what to do. Translate, select the entities, what entity, what object we need to translate to how much distance. After selecting the object, it will ask in which direction, whether right side direction or left side direction, and how much distance we need to translate. So just if you follow those notations easily, we can use all these sketch commands. So suppose if I want to create a cone, so just simply by drawing one right angle triangle, revolve 360 degree. If I revolve, a cone will be created. Atla kuda create cheyochu. Directly also you can create a cone. Directly also you can create. So it depends on the requirement. So all the machining components are not having same features. So depending upon the requirement. So suppose if I want to create a feature, I can create by using several alternatives.